Hey, lovely people, Coupon and Crystal here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for the Frugal Tip Tuesday. And today's video, we're doing a little different video. If you've seen the title, Why Am I So Frugal? I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm so frugal, what frugality means to me, and also a few things that I implement into my own life that I think may be beneficial to you. All right? So let's jump into it. Now, first of all, if you guys, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but my parents separated when I was probably 5, okay? And my mom became a single parent, okay? And in that process, she had to go back into the workforce, okay? She had to go into the workforce where she had been a stay-at-home mom, okay? So that was a shell shock and a economic shift to the household, to say the least, okay? So I'm not going to get into that too much, but I do believe my perspective of what I saw my mother go through and us as a family go through during that challenging time changed my thought. It like shaped my thought towards money, most definitely. And I took it into my adult life. Okay. Now, my mother was never, ever a wasteful person. Okay. She was never a wasteful person. All right. And she was quite creative. Let me just say that. But she didn't waste. She was not a wasteful person. So I kind of took that into my adulthood as well. Now, let me say this. What frugality or being frugal means to me is I'm just more calculated. I'm more conscious of what I do with my money and how I spend my money or what I spend my money on. Okay. Cheap is not what I am. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because typically cheap people are conscious of price, where frugal people like myself, we are conscious of value. Okay. I'm conscious of value because it serves me no purpose to buy something twice. Okay. I could go and buy something and it be the cheapest thing, but what good is it going to do if I go buy that item and then turn around and have to buy the item again because the item has torn up? Okay. That's not going to do me any good at all. Another thing that has shaped me and maybe be more frugal is my experience of when I was not working public and I was fully doing my business. Okay. Now, I did mention this before, that there was a time in my life where I was married to someone else and it was not Mr. Richard. I became a widow. That person unexpectedly died. I've talked about it in another video. I'll try to see if I can find the video and link it above, not to make this video too long, but I experienced a financial hardship during that time. I was in the process of opening up a store for my business, and ooh, buddy, it was some lean times during that time. Okay. Crystal was a hustler. All right. And I was hustling my business, but the fact that I was fully doing my business and I had no other income, okay, none, it made me be very conscious of a dollar, okay, very conscious of a dollar, because I equated buying something to how many necklaces I had to sell if I bought that. That's it in a nutshell, okay? Now, you can implement that same thing in your life. And if you make $20 an hour, then if you want to buy a $40 pair of shoes, you know you got to work 2 hours on your job to get them shoes. Okay. That really made me take a look at time and money and how much I got to earn and what I got to do if I buy this thing over here. And you think of it like that, you be like, do I need them pair of shoes? I really don't. Leave them in the store, okay? If you start thinking of the money that you earn because you're exchanging your time for money, okay? You are getting up, Every day you're leaving your house, you're leaving your loved ones, you're getting in a car, you're driving, you're burning up gas, you're wear and tear on your car to drive to a job that's paying you whatever they're paying you, okay? Those hours, those minutes, those seconds that you're giving them, you can never get that back, okay? Never gonna get that back. So if you think of the way that you're spending your money and equate it to that, it will really make you conscious of, do I need to do that? No, I really don't. I would also say that when I became an adult and I had children, I had my own household, because I was reared with a very creative mother and she was crafty and she was able to make things, I am more inclined to make things, okay? Which in some cases, in a lot of cases, can be a lot cheaper because you're actually able to make it. Tap into the things that you have, the gifts and talents that you have, that you may be able to sometimes make things versus going out and buying those things. Now, I know a lot of my audience is couponers, honey. So you already know we are, we don't want to pay full price for stuff. So couponing and my frugal already background, okay, just went hand in hand, okay? This journey of couponing is different from when I couponed when my children were growing up, because I've shared in past videos that when my children were growing up, I had a daycare and I couponed. I couponed back then. The first place I actually started learning how to coupon was actually at Kroger. And at that time we had a Kroger in our area and they had double coupon, honey. Yes. Totally different now. Don't have a Kroger anymore. But in that time, I was so used to planning out what I needed to get, making a grocery list, getting my coupons, seeing what was on sale, and rolling from there. That goes back to being conscious, being aware, being purposeful what you're doing with the monies that you are spending. That all it boils down to. Just because I choose to be frugal and conscious of what I spend my money on, that doesn't mean that I'm doing without things, okay? That doesn't mean that I don't buy myself things. I have shared on quite a bit of Frugal Tip Tuesdays, different ways I buy things and still get things that I like, but I'm getting it at a cheaper price. Just like I said about the Pandora. I love Pandora charms, but I never am going to pay full price for Pandora. I don't have to. What is the point? Why should I? Okay. You can't look at my Pandora bracelet and tell where I bought my charms from. Okay. You can't tell. Okay. So what's the point of me spending $100, $50, $60 a charm when I can spend $20 and under? I mean, stop playing. I think it's important as parents, because I have grown children, to pass on your good knowledge of financial savviness, okay? Pass that on to your children, because I really have noticed in society now, in the work that I do, that there are some people that just are not equipped with the tools to be financially in the right place, okay? And it's because I believe some things are caught and some things are taught, and it wasn't taught in their household and it wasn't caught throughout their adult life, because they are not purposeful and mindful of what they're spending their money on. So therefore, they're getting into a financial state that they shouldn't be in, okay? Now, I'm not going to say that there are not sometimes financial challenges that are out of our control, because sometimes there are. Losing a job, death in the family. There's all kinds of things that can derail your financial goals. However, if you decide to make your goals and also set some things into place that are going to help you to, if those things happen, if those things happen, having a emergency fund, having a life insurance. You know, I don't want to make this video too long, guys, but I did want to come on and just let you guys, you know, kind of think of, what was the financial impression that you received as a child that's went into your adult life? You know, what did you see in your household growing up as far as finances were concerned? Was it discussed? Were you taught how to manage a checkbook? Were you taught how to manage bills? Were you taught how to run a household? I mean, honestly, if you weren't, it's not too late. You understand what I'm saying? But I think as an adult, we've got to observe what we're doing in our current state. And is it a good thing? Or is it a bad thing? Is the current state of the way we're handling our finances, is it benefiting us long term? Think beyond today, tomorrow, next week. But is it going to benefit you 5 years, 10 years, 15 years down the road? Okay, because you might have that body now, but you ain't going to have that same body 10 or 15 years from now. No, just say it. You might can do all that work now, but you ain't going to be able to keep doing all that work. So it's like, we've got to think, you know, beyond of where do I want to be? What do I want to be doing? Do I want to be at this job? Do I want to have my finances in place? Do I want my house to be paid off? Do I want to be doing this? Do I want to be doing that? That's all. That was really the purpose of this video. I just wanted to provoke some thought into you guys. I had a whole nother video planned and I changed my mind. I just totally changed my mind because I feel like this information is a little more important because everyone's background is different. Everyone's upbringing is different. But I want everyone to know that just because you're choosing to be frugal and you're choosing to be conscious doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice the way that you live. It doesn't mean that you've got to be living all crazy, you know, taking short showers. And Crystal's not about that life, okay? I'm not. I like to enjoy what I have, and I'm going to enjoy it. But I just don't want to spend my money on something. I would rather go and look at a review before I buy something. I want to look at a review and see what other people are saying about it. Remember I told you guys that I went on Amazon and I did a bunch of Christmas shopping on Amazon, and I was like, oh, you better do it. I was so thrilled and so happy with my purchases, okay? But I looked at the reviews before I purchased that stuff, okay? And my babies have not complained about their stuff. My grandbabies have not complained about their clothes, okay? And they was looking cute. So, yeah, you know, I do go and read reviews. You know, I do look to see what are people saying about it before I'm buying something. I don't care what it is. I want to compare it to make sure, okay, this is something we're going to buy it, but we're not going to turn around and have to buy it a year later again, okay? You know, so saying all that to say is just, you know, being frugal. I'm being frugal and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being frugal. I'm not being deprived. I'm not doing without anything. That's pretty much it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this Frugal Tip Tuesday. Let me know in the comments below of the video how, if you feel like sharing, what's your background? What's your background in your financial upbringing? Was that taught to you? Did you figure it out on your own? Did your parents have an open door policy with that sort of thing? I really believe that my children are going to institute that into my grandkids. I do believe they will. And even if they don't, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to teach them how to coupon. They're going to be like, yeah. My grandma put me on. I'm putting them on. That's it, guys. Remember, click to save and you will be amazed. Bye-bye.